All right, so I'm headed on a secret mission. I am booking it right now, trying to get to St. Pete, which is like 90 miles away from home. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make it in time, but there is definitely a Cybertruck over there on the back of a truck. There's also what appears to be a Plaid Model S, but it looks a little bit weird. So I don't know if it's something special. I'm trying to figure out what it's doing there. Electrify Expo is going on this weekend, but that's down in Miami. So I'm not sure if it was going there, why it would be in St. Pete. Also, it would probably take 75 all the way down. So I'm not clear on why it's there. If it was headed to Kennedy, why would it be on this side of the coast? So a lot of things don't match up. The only thing I can think of is perhaps, since this looks like a different Plaid Model S on the back, that and the Cybertruck maybe are headed to the St. Pete store before Electrify Expo, or maybe before it heads over to Kennedy. I don't know, but that's the only thing that makes sense. So I'm trying my best to get there in time to try to get eyes on this thing and of course share that with you. But with traffic, who knows what time I'll actually get there. It says 6:15 p.m. I'm gonna try my best. So fingers crossed that we make it. I really want to see this one. It looks like, I thought it was a Series 8, which would be the one that they're making right now. They're getting ready to go to Series 9, but I was corrected. It's actually a Series 6. So it's not the most current release candidate, but it should have a number of the more recent updates to it. So it should be a pretty good candidate to look at. So fingers crossed. Let's see if we can make it to St. Pete in time. You already know though, traffic sucks, so oh, please still be there. So I've been looking at all the parking lots on the way because I'm like less than a tenth of a mile away, and what do you know? Look right there in the corner behind that tree. It's still here. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. Oh man, this is so awesome. I cannot believe I made it. I got to get out and take a closer look, but that's the Plaid. It's interesting because it's got the big brake pack on it. Yeah, this is a track car. Are these yours? No idea. Oh yeah. It's got the Series 6 wheels on it. That's a pretty sizable rotor for the rear of this car. Man, it is just like packed in. Look how big that caliper is. This is going to be able to handle quite a bit of performance, which is pretty awesome. A little bit of the tire details for you. Load range D. There's the speaker for the pedestrian warning system, and this one does have the camera. This little, oh, that's cool. It's got a active dampener right there for the cooler. And let's see here. There's the disconnect for the 48 volt. Brake lines. There's part of the casting. That's pretty cool. Nothing really underneath worth noting that I see. Let's see what we can find in the back here. There's part of the casting again for the rear, which is cool. More 48 volt. And the bottom of the casting. see what we got under here. You can kind of see up through the bed right there. So there's a pretty sizable space right here. And for trucks, that can sometimes be just to allow water out, you know, if there's moisture in the bed. But it does not look like it's going to seal like some trucks do. It's interesting. That's actually, I don't know if that'll be on the final version or not, but that is too much of a gap to be a sealed bed. Wind is starting to pick up a bit. Sorry about the wind noise. I'm trying my best to block it. Looks like it's 3 sets of the same thing that's on the Model X. So they're just like a Phillips head plastic, turn it 90 degrees or whatever. This one does not appear to have much else going on this part. And it's really hard to see the brakes, but this car, man, this thing is like super dirty. Let's get this to focus. Come on, there we go. It's the rear camera. The tread pattern is really, I mean, it's a good aggressive pattern, but it's not overly aggressive like some of the earlier prototypes that we saw, which is good for mileage, of course. And I like the how this is integrated. It looks pretty cool. Actually, holy cow. Okay, that's a really thick ABS. And look how they've been shredding this thing. I bet you they've been all over the track on this particular car, because that is just torn up by rocks. And sounds about the same, looks almost the same thickness, hard to really tell. Let's see if I can zoom in here. We can see the thickness of the steel. Really, really, really hard to tell. But you can see, look how thick that door is. It's pretty thick. This one's had some heat applied to it. Interesting. All right, there's the pillar camera right there. Nice close-up of the mirror with the folding action, which is cool. Still don't know how this is going to come off, but it does come off apparently. Another look at that front camera for a minute. Let's take a look at the lights up here. Another view underneath the front of the car here at the front end. Trying to see if there's anything else we can see down here. Not really. Just the casting, which looks really cool. And yeah. Also, another thing, hard to see from here, but you can see how the visors are set up. And then here's that Plaid over here. You can see it's got a roll cage in it. I don't know which unit this is. If we've seen it before, it's kind of beat up a little bit, but probably just a test mule as they try to get some of the performance dialed in on the Plaid. So I don't know if this helps contribute to what they're doing in Nuremberg, but yeah, definitely a track car though. We've got the racing bucket seat and the roll cage. All right, so from the driver's side, let's take a good look at the charge port door. I'll see if I can extend my arm a little bit further here in a minute, but let's just continue to go around this thing. Charge port door, looks like this thing's had a couple of scuffs and scratches, of course. They've got, I'm guessing this is the emergency release for the frunk, just to hook up 12 volt to be able to open it in case of power outage. Anything else we're able to see? Not really. And Yeah, so this one's 2 generations behind what they're shipping right now, and I believe there's one more to go. But I really like these wheels. These wheels are really nice and chunky. They're 20-inch. I think that's the right size for this, especially with a big chunky tire like that. Yeah, definitely think that's a good look. And there's a corner of the 27-foot wiper blade right there. Interesting, you can actually see the release there for, that should be for the front also, like the emergency release latch. So, interesting. They've actually got the armrest down, and there's the perforated seats that we've seen a lot of. There's the screen. It does have the screen, so it's a more recent build, which is cool. And then here's the front cab. Very nice. There we go. A little bit nicer look inside there. Sorry about the wind. There's the front dash and everything else that's really cool inside. All right. I cannot believe that all worked out so well. I got a really good close look at that truck too. So hopefully you guys are looking at all these images that I got. Try to be respectful of Tesla and the truck and the driver and all that. So I didn't want to like climb in it, but I tried to get as much video as I could and as much detail as I could, because I know we're all dying for details because Elon and Tesla aren't sharing details, which is frustrating, I know, but it'll all be well worth it. I just know it will. But for now, here's some details on that truck for you. Also, by the way, I asked the driver where it was headed, because like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't know where this thing is going and why it's over here. It's headed to Orlando apparently, so I'm not sure where it's coming from. I heard at some point there was a Cybertruck at St. Pete's store, so maybe it was in the back of that store all this time. I don't know, but seeing all the tires like heaped over on the bed of the truck, I don't know what that's about, but the tires look good. They look like they've been used for sure. And the pitting on the side of the truck, you know, you can really tell this thing has been doing some testing. So it's so exciting. These are exciting times. If this thing does end up going to Orlando, I have no idea where in Orlando it's going or what it's doing in Orlando, but I'm sure there will be plenty more content coming very soon. So with that, I'll catch you on the next one.